Assalamu alaikum guys, I'm ARK. In this video we are gonna set up coding environments for languages like Python, Java and JavaScript. So let's get started. Everyone who is following along is assumed to have an internet connection in their laptop, and we are gonna set up everything in VS Code because it's my favorite editor. You can use any editor like Sublime Text or Atom or anything which you like. You can even do any programming in Notepad, but it's your wish. So let us first download VS Code from its official website. Click the first link. We will be downloading the safe build. You can also download the developer build or any other build you want, and if you have any other operating system you can go ahead with that. I will click on safe build. As soon as you click on download, the download will start. And now let us search Python and download Python. This is not the link. Search for python.org. Yeah, we got that. After getting into the Python website, just go to downloads, just hover over downloads and click on Python download button. While Python and VS Code are downloading, let us download our Java development kit, that is JDK. That will help us in setting up Java environment. Let us search Java JDK download. Okay, you will see that. Oh, okay, that is Java JDK 8. I would prefer to download JDK 15. Just scroll down and select the suitable version for you. I would select 64-bit exe installer. The second last one, this one. Just check that box and click on download. You can read the license agreement if you wish, if you have that much time. Ultimately we need to agree in order to download that. Okay, while JDK gets downloaded, let us install our VS Code. I'm clicking on open file, run. Just click on I accept, next. It's your wish to create start menu folder or not. I would not prefer to make the start menu folder. Check all those boxes in order to get all the features up and running. Click on install and it will get installed automatically. We don't need to do anything. Okay, our Visual Studio Code is installed successfully. Let us launch and see whether it's running properly or not. Okay, so our VS Code is running. Let us proceed with the installation of Python. Let's go to the Internet Explorer and I'm going to downloads. Ctrl+J and here you can see that show in folder. Just double click and hit run. Don't forget to check the checkbox at the bottom of the window and just click install now. Okay, it's initializing. Okay, our Python is successfully installed. Just close it and we can verify whether the Python is successfully installed, whether there is no problem by typing Python in our command prompt. I should use small letters. Just type python -v. It should open this Python interactive shell. If it does, then you are good to go. Your Python is successfully installed. Just type exit function to exit this. Okay, Python also comes with pip, that is packages in Python. You can also verify whether that is also installed. Yeah, pip is also installed. So we are good to go. Our Python is almost set up. We just need to set up the environment in VS Code. Just close the command prompt and let's go ahead to the VS Code. I've opened the VS Code. You can go through the guide or you can customize the stuff if you wish. I don't want to do anything. I'll just close that. Uh, yes. Okay, for running Python, you should have two extensions, that is Python and Pylance. You can install either of both. I will install Python. Let's install Pylance too. Actually, Pylance is updated extension for Python. I also recommend you to install this extension, that is Code Runner, to just run your Python code in one click. You can also install Prettier, it is just a code formatter. I don't recommend this for beginners because they need to understand the indentation of Python, but if you wish you can install. Okay, so we have installed all the extensions that is required for Python development. We only have one thing to do, that is Python linter. So we have installed Python, we have installed Pylance, we have installed Prettier, we have also installed the Code Runner. And now let us open a folder. You can just click on open folder, you can go to wherever directory you want and you can create a new folder. I will create it on desktop just to navigate easier. Okay, I'll name the folder, you can name it anything and just click on select folder if you are done. And yeah, we have already created the folder. Now you can just click this icon to create a new file. I will name the file hello.py, you can name whatever you want. After creating the file you will see some notifications there. You can change it, you can change your compiler to Pylance if you wish, and you have to install the Python linter. Just click on install, it will automatically install Pylint for you. Okay, it is getting installed. So Pylint is successfully installed. If you don't get that notifications there, then we can also install Pylint manually by our command prompt, by just typing that command in there. Let's go to command prompt, cmd, open the command prompt, just type pip install Pylint and hit enter. My requirement is already satisfied because I have just installed Pylint there automatically. If you didn't get the option of installing automatically, you can manually install by this method by typing that command. Now finally the setup is complete. Let's close this terminal and let's start typing our first program, that is legendary hello world program. It's just a one-line statement in Python. We don't need to import anything, include anything, or do any fancy stuff. We just have to type print and hello world. You can go to Code Runner and run python file in terminal just to run it, and you can see hello world is printed there. Let's create python 2. I will write another print statement and write hello python. Okay, let's again go to code runner, run python file in terminal, and look, we are all set. So the setup of python is completed. Now let us go ahead to java setup, that is installation of our jdk. Let's go to a file manager and downloads. Downloads is the folder where we have saved our jdk. Double click on jdk and click on yes. Okay, so click next. Our java is getting installed. Okay, so java installation is completed. You can click on next step to see java documentation or anything. I'm not interested in seeing documentation or anything. I'll just close this. Okay, so close. Let's refresh it and open VS Code. We again have to install a couple of extensions to run java. Let's first open our folder. Let's just create a new folder for java files. I've changed my compiler to Pylance. You can do it if you wish, or you can also use Python. It totally depends on you. Let's click on file and open folder. I'll create a new folder named as test java. You can name your folder anything you wish. Okay, so let's just open that folder and select it. Now let us install some extensions to get java running. You don't have to do anything. You just have to type java extension pack or java developer pack. Okay, so you have to install this java extension pack. It will install all these extensions at once. Okay, so it is installing. You just need to wait. I'll fast forward this video at this part. Okay, so all the extensions are successfully installed. Now let's go to files, create a new file by tapping on this icon, and I'll name is hello.java. And in java we need to keep our main class name and our file name same. So I'll create a class named as hello. So just type class keyword and type hello. Okay, so our class is created. I'm already used to using shortcuts for java in VS Code. You will also get it as the time passes. So let's system out print hello world. So why is it giving an error? There is nothing wrong. Okay, I think I've used single strings. You have to be super careful in java. Okay, perfect. Let's run it using the code runner. Run Java. And you can see hello world printed on the console. Let's also greet Java. This system out println hello Java. So environments for Python and Java is successfully set. Now just a bonus, let us also set up an environment for web development. Just open a new folder. Let's name it as web development or anything. Let's install few extensions. We also have an extension pack even for web, which will install all the necessary extensions at once. Actually, VS Code has a lot of extensions for web development, so installing them manually one after one will be a hectic job. Extensions make our work really easy. So this is the extension pack I was looking for, web dev extension pack. You can see it. It has these many extensions. I don't have time to explain everything one by one, but everything is useful. This extension pack will make your web development journey really easier. This live server is the most important extension. By this enables the functionality of live reloading. Let's hit install. This may make your PC a bit slower while installing. Your PC may get stuck if you are a bit low on specs. Let's play with HTML till then. So the starter template of HTML can be printed by using exclamation mark and enter. This is an immense abbreviation for starter template for HTML. Oh my god, all these extensions. Just ignore that. Okay, let's change the title to hello world, and let's print hello world on the screen, on our browser screen, using HTML. I'm using h1 tag to print HTML. Oh sorry, hello world. Let's see if our live server extension is downloaded. Okay, all these extensions are downloaded, but I don't see live server. Okay, our live server is still under installation. It's not yet installed. We will wait. Okay, so live server is globally enabled. Now you can use a live server. Okay, just right click and open with live server. Okay, live server is running, but oh, I think it will ask for permission for public networks. Yeah. Where is the permission? It's not running. Okay, yeah, here it is. So you just check the public networks and allow access. Just allow live server through firewall. And okay, so there is our hello world printed. You can also use it by this option in the right click menu, or you can also just click on go live here. Okay, all those extensions are getting installed. You can just click on go live and you will be able to access live server. The advantage of live server is it enables you the functionality of live reloading. You don't have to go to the browser window again and again and you have to hit reload. Live reload makes our job really easier if you are a web developer, especially in front end. So you just have to press Ctrl+S and the changes will be made. Uh, so let's click on save and automatic reload. It is a really handy extension, thanks to Reddit Day who have developed it. And let us now test JavaScript. You don't need to install any tool for JavaScript, any JDK or anything. You can directly run it in VS Code or anywhere. Okay, let's console log hello world. Hello world. We need to include this file in our HTML just above the body, script src. Okay, so main.js. Okay, that is it, and Ctrl+S. Let's hit inspect and go to the console. You can see that hello world is printed here. Let's change it to hello JavaScript. We are not creating JavaScript separately because it don't require any environment setup. That is it. Okay, PHP is remaining, but I don't like PHP. I personally am not a fan of PHP. But if you people want me to make videos on PHP, then I will. I definitely will. I personally don't like PHP much. I don't even hate it, but I just don't like it. So all our environments are set up. Now we will be able to use Python, Java and JavaScript in our PC using VS Code, obviously. That is it for the video, guys. We have already set up all environments. I know the video was not helpful for many of them because most of the students have already installed the environments. It was just in case if someone is absolute beginner. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like it and share it with your fellow friends, and keep supporting. Stay tuned until the next one.
Turn on this car.